So how does the Russian war and invasion into the Ukraine actually become a conflict for you? Stay tuned and find out more. Well, we remain concerned about the invasion of Russia into Ukraine, and certainly thoughtful and prayerful for all of the victims and the people suffering from that senseless invasion. Along with that, unfortunately, there is some element of it that could affect our lives, and that is in the area of cybersecurity threats. Russia has been one of the countries that we've been watchful of for years for state-sponsored cybersecurity terrorism and theft, and we're definitely thoughtful about that today. Think about the low-hanging fruit analogy. Here's a place where you do not want to be low-hanging fruit. You want to be that fruit high in the tree, so it's very hard for the cybersecurity terrorists to grab you and impact you negatively. And how do we do that? We're going to give you 5 tips and then one bonus one that is a real big one. First thing to do is remember email. Examine mail and inspect links. Email. So look at the emails before you start clicking on anything. Really examine it. Right click and check the properties of the email addresses. Any of the links. Are they going to the sites that they say they are? Or are they going to odd sites or behind a domain of a company? Is there a Gmail address or a Yahoo address or a Hotmail address, some non-company specific email? That's sometimes a sign that it's going to an unintended place. So be vigilant on checking the whole body of the email. Yes, it takes a few more seconds, but this is valuable stuff. And then before clicking on links and attachments and certainly executable files, really examine those and make sure that they are the right things that you should be clicking on before you do it. Our second one is multi-factor, or sometimes referred to as two-factor authentication. This is crucial. These are the methods where you put in your username and your password, but then you have to have a device, either a mobile phone where you get a text message, or you possibly get an email, or becoming more common is you use a multi-factor authentication program where you have a special code linked to that application. So just the username and the password's not enough. Is this more work for you? Of course it is, but you'll get used to it and it won't be such a big deal, but it's a major inconvenience for the cybersecurity thieves. That's why we want you to do it. Be generous, but don't waste your money. Well, in times like this, where the Russian invasion of Ukraine's got us all thinking charitably to help people out, and then when there's great disasters anywhere in the world, not-for-profits step up and provide valuable assistance. And they need our assistance. They need our charitable hearts to help them. But all too often, cybersecurity thieves step in and try to exploit our generosity. And they'll create phantom websites to try to capture our data and, more importantly, capture our money. So before you donate, and be generous and donate, but before you do, you click on something, are you in the right place? Are you on the authentic website that you should be where you're donating your money? The great agencies have invested in security for these things, but it's all too important that you know that you're on the right website. And so you really want to get back to the source website that you're trying to donate to. That's your best protection. Update, update, update. Update your mobile devices, update your operating systems on your phones and on your PCs. Make sure your programs are updated, because regularly programs become out of date or they'll become vulnerable to hackers. And so the software developers are regularly putting out patches to block those threats. If you're not updating your phones and your devices and your programs, you have vulnerable software. That's like leaving your house unlocked. So don't leave your house unlocked. Don't leave your financial files unlocked. lock them down by doing good software patching. Don't fall victim to emails from the IRS. The IRS rarely, if ever, will send you an email. And this pretty much goes for most of the federal agencies. They tend to work with snail mail. So they're going to send you something through the post office and it's going to come in your mailbox. So if you get something from the federal government trying to help you, or it's threatening, saying if you don't act swiftly, you're going to have some kind of big fine or imprisonment, be very leery. And sometimes it may be painful. You may have to call and wait online, but do not start clicking on links from government emails, because more often than not, they're not going to send you anything by email. And during tax season, we see a high increase in IRS related spam emails. And then the bonus tip, the one thing that I think you should do on a consistent basis is keep your credit reports frozen. If you keep your credit report frozen, you become so much less desirable to cybersecurity thieves, because if they can't get to your financial records, there's less things that they can do with you. Now, you're not completely out of the woods, but you are much better protected when your credit reports are frozen. All right, if you do these things, you will be in a much better protected position and your finances will be safer. You'll have greater peace of mind and you won't be wasting as much time trying to clean up all the things that cybersecurity hackers will do to you. Let us know if we can help, or if you need any other tips, we're here to help.